तो ऐसे थोड़ी होता है, गठबंधन में जब कोई चुनाव लड़ता है तो सब बराबर सीट थोड़ी जीतता है। या जिले के अंदर ही हम किसी जिले में 5 सीट लड़े, 2 ही जीते, 3 हार गए। हम जहानाबाद नहीं जीत पाए, कैमूर नहीं जीत पाए, हम रोहतास नहीं जीत पाए। तो इसका कोई मतलब नहीं रहता कौन कितनी सीटें जीतता है। लोगों ने एनडीए को वोट दिया है। जेडीयू की जीत में बीजेपी की भूमिका और बीजेपी की जीत में जेडीयू की भूमिका है। कोई एक पार्टी अपने बलबूते पर चुनाव नहीं जीतती है। गठबंधन का मतलब ही होता है कि एक दूसरे की मदद करना।
For JDU, it was a matter of prestige, and it's a matter that they really wanted to be keen on, because that is how during the discussions on seat sharing, JDU insisted at least one seat more than BJP. The BJP has been trying, ever since it has rejoined hands with JDU in 2017. They have been trying to get the upper hand in the in Bihar politics and in the NDA. They knew that before that also they were trying, and they couldn't do that because of the kind of caste division in the society. Besides this, the most important factor was the LJP. Whereas the LJP could be a part of NDA if BJP wanted. Still, the fact that the LJP had decided to fight separately, that was obviously, it was a well-known secret that it had the tacit support of BJP. And because, as a part of BJP's strategy, they tried to, cut Nitish into size. So that discomfort would remain, annoying Nitish Kumar. He might, swallow some bitterness, but, that kind of discomfort, the JDU, especially Nitish Kumar, we are not so sure everybody in the JDU, would have that kind of bitterness, because a section of JDU leaders are still with, more kind of loyal to BJP leaders. That is very clear. So at least the section which is powerful and which is influencing in the JDU, which is Nitish Kumar's side, would have that discomfort and that kind of that resentment throughout the government functioning. That would be very obvious also. This is anti-incumbency factor against Nitish Kumar. There was a fatigue, it was Nitish Kumar's fourth term, so obviously people wanted to see another chief minister. We have seen the data analysis of the story, the election results. It is very clear that even the people who did not want to vote against BJP wanted, at least 1 out of 10 people wanted somebody else as the chief minister. This is the anti-incumbency and the fatigue factor, and also because of the BJP leaders desire to the local BJP leaders are very keen to see that Nitish Kumar is sidelined and the BJP is taking the leadership. But as we know that the central leadership of the BJP, the national leadership is very keen that Nitish Kumar takes over as the chief minister now. That is primarily because they don't have a face now. There is no, BJP would like to see that a leader is emerged, and they would definitely, that is the indication that party leaders have said privately and off the record that, there would be a review of the decision. Although, Sanjay Jaiswal has said that the Prime Minister has said that he will continue as the Chief Minister for 5 years. But we know that Prime Minister yesterday did not specifically say that. He just said that NDA and BJP and NDA workers will see that the pledge BJP had given to the people of Bihar will be fulfilled under the leadership of Nitish Kumar. This is what he said. So there is, BJP is leaving, the leaders are leaving a room, which is which would be used for a review in future. See, in 2015, Nitish Kumar's image was different. Nitish Kumar had an image of a Sushasan Babu, and Nitish Kumar was a kind of synonymous to, his name was synonymous to good governance. development, and he had worked in Bihar, and that goodwill was there. And at that time, RJD did not, despite being the party, RJD did not have a leader. Laluji was not in a position to take over the chief minister's post, and obviously that was and that was the understanding between the two. But that Nitish Kumar, today's Nitish Kumar is just a shadow of that Nitish Kumar. Another thing, of course, this is what BJP is also seeing. Not many senior leaders in the JDU. They may not have the image or capability to lead the combination of these parties as chief minister, but some of them are very close to BJP. They would joining BJP or merging with BJP post Nitish Kumar's time. Nitish Kumar, yes, of course, has announced that he would retire. So I think for Nitish Kumar, we have already reported that Nitish Kumar is not so happy with the current situation, that he would take over as the chief minister when BJP has this mammoth size in the government, and in the coalition, and it is his party is reduced to almost half of what it was, less than half of what it was. So I think now that central leadership is of the BJP is insisting that Nitish would take over as the CM. I think Nitish also would have that in mind, probably that he would leave after a while, maybe I don't know what his future plan, but it is true that in the JDU as of now there is no one to take over as the to succeed Nitish Kumar in the top post. One. Secondly, it doesn't have the legitimacy also to demand for it. Now that number is less. Nitish Kumar's advantage is his image and his experience as a good administrator. When you count the experience, Sushil Kumar Modi is the one who has the experience in the BJP from the BJP ranks now. He has been deputy CM. However, if you look at the internal equations in the party, Sushil Kumar Modi do not have that kind of a backing in the party. I would say from the top leadership to take over as the chief minister. Nityanand Rai, the current MOS home minister, is one face that BJP, at least a section which is powerful section or influencer section in the BJP is looking at. And there is the health minister Mangal Pandey is there. There are leaders, other leaders, the caste also would be a factor, but you never know that, if you look at the past history, post 2014, post Mr. Shah and Prime Minister Modi and Shah, any dark horse could emerge as the, for the post. We have seen Raghubar Das, we have seen Manohar Lal Khattar, all these leaders have come up and taken over as the chief ministers from kind of nowhere. So anything is possible. These are the names which I have already said are the names which is as of now is taking rounds.